So some people might want to know my background in my own back pain experience. And I had back pain back in my 20s, actually during medical school of all things. And I had trouble tying my shoes. Couldn't even bend over. I was in my mid 20s and it was incredibly painful. In fact, it would sometimes bring me to the ground. And I just had the mindset of trying to work through it. But I didn't really have a lot of pain education. I had an osteopathic medical training, which helped me understand the adaptability and brilliance of all the systems that work together. So there was this underlying belief, not just from my osteopathic training, but also I'd been a personal trainer, I'd been an athlete, which when you've been an athlete, you kind of appreciate how you can challenge your body and it'll adapt to it. Like even working your muscles, you work your muscle, it doesn't really get strong then. It's when it's recovering from the challenge that you gave it or the stress that you gave it that it wants to prepare for the next time you do it. So, but it's a constant process and you can't just stop because you kind of lose ground. Well, I just had that kind of mentality that I'd keep searching for ways of trying to help myself and different movements, and did have someone that kind of worked with relaxing, helped me relax because I probably was a little stressed during medical school, and I had other stressors too in my personal life. So all of those things together, those likely had a big contribution in either elevating or decreasing my pain. And I was pretty surprised at how just learning to not fear it and start believing that it can get better, how that really had helped me. But I never gave up and I tried a lot of different movements and it got better. I'm not going to say what the diagnosis is. It was pretty much like low back, kind of pelvis, upper pelvis area. But that's how I was perceiving the pain. But over time and finishing medical school, doing a year of internal medicine, a year of general surgery, 3 years of anesthesiology, 1 year of a pain medicine fellowship, and then as soon as I finished my pain fellowship, I just knew in my heart that I did not feel like the way that pain medicine practices. I didn't feel like it was the way to go. And so out of the chute, the first 2 days out of my training, I realized that I can't do a traditional practice and I can't really sustain it with just educating people. At least in the insurance model, I wouldn't be able to pay the overhead. So I decided to go on a journey of constantly looking at other ways of helping people with pain. And I've just been a student for many years and learning from physical therapists, chiropractors, various other people helping people with pain, and then jumped into reading about the neuroscience of pain. And a lot of that stemmed from some of the work with Lorimer Moseley and David Butler down in Australia. And some other experts, Canada, New Zealand, in Europe. There are just so many different people with just a fund of knowledge that was incredibly helpful. Very different from how my traditional physician training was. And so I have decided that I wanted to share a lot of this, knowledge with people. And my own pain story, I think, is what kind of started this evolution of really sharing these messages. So I hope that this music video really helps people stop and think and realize pain is really kind of our friend. It's not there to make our lives miserable. It really is teaching us a lot. And being that I call myself the challenge doctor, it's for a very good reason. Not just for myself and not just to challenge patients, but to challenge society and challenge the way that we're thinking about pain. Because pain is really this construction within the human experience in each individual's minds, which includes input from the body. This is not just, it's all in your head, but the mind, the brain, it happens to be up there, and everything that is inputting, which includes, if you step on a tack or you have some burning sensations in areas, there's other parts of the body from the top down and bottom up, so to speak. So the brain is impacting your pain. If you have anxiety, depression, stressful environments, how you're interpreting and fearing things, and also the things that are actually occurring in your extremities or in the rest of your body. So my story is really started from my back pain, has evolved to now, and I'm trying to help those that are potentially going to have back pain or currently having back pain, or those that have endured a lot of procedures, maybe in a worse place than they started, and hope to just enlighten them with other possibilities.